Okay, we have a red line here. This is the Warpath. Fairly common red line. I see these pretty often. And it's really in pretty decent shape, like impressively. The wheels are in good shape. I'm going to reuse them. I'm not going to get new ones. The base is excellent. It's got, you know, the sticker from where the price tag was on it. I bought this from a antique toy shop. It was, I probably overpaid for it. These red lines are getting expensive if you haven't noticed. The windshield looks like it's in great shape, but this one just looked like a really fun, easy restoration, and I should be able to make this about as mint as possible. I've got decals that I've purchased from the Redline shop, and this should end up being a really easy, really fun Redline restoration. So let's get her open. As you know, we got to get that rivet out. Go, so we've got our base, and it is in really good condition. I'm not even going to take the wheels off of it. I'll polish it up. I'll make it look as nice as possible. It'll look nice, but it doesn't need much at all. The interior is very dirty because it had open windows. It's to be expected. But it's in good shape. The glass is in remarkably good shape. It won't take much at all to get that looking nice. And then we have the casting, which really just has some paint wear. This is not going to need to be zinc plated because we're not going to use a Spectrafame paint. So I will get the paint off of this, and then we'll prime it, paint it, and get the decals on. This is going to be a fun and easy restoration. These are the type that you kind of relax about. It's like whew, taking a break here. Well, these wheels are in excellent shape for being vintage. I mean, this is at least 30 years old, probably approaching, it's between 30 and 40 years old. And it's been played with. They're still not perfect. I'm not going to replace them because they're really vintage and they look great. But I am going to touch up the chrome on them. Anytime you can keep the wheels, it's within your best interest to do that. One of the issues is these wheels that have the axle in them like this are very expensive to buy. A set will cost $10 at least, sometimes more. And this car didn't even cost $10, and I still thought I overpaid. Okay, here it is, all naked. It's a good casting, not a whole lot of problems, but every time you get the paint off, you find some things, like in the front, there's some pits, and there's some casting issues. You can see them back here. I'm going to go ahead and get them. And anytime that you can do a little bit of sanding and make this as smooth as possible, especially when it's going to be primed, it really doesn't matter if we sand much or a lot, a little. And it always pays in dividends to get this casting as beautiful as possible. Your final result will always look so much better. I've never said, oh, I sanded that too much. It's usually, oh, I wish I should have sanded that some more. So we're just going to do a little sanding. I know it's, let's see if I can adjust the camera a little bit here, because that is having some problems. There we go. Still pretty shiny. So we'll sand it. We'll take care of those casting issues. And when you see it, it's going to be ready for paint. For a car of this age, usually the castings are not too difficult, but this one had all sorts of casting lines. So I'm going to paint it. I'm just going to paint it straight up white. So I'm not going to show you the painting because it's just white. Nothing really special there. So when you see it back, it's going to be all nice and white and pretty. And we will get the decals on, which is going to be the exciting part. The paint job turned out excellent. The tester's paint looks so nice. So nice. I've learned how to use the tester's paint, and I always get phenomenal results with them. Only problem is that it takes forever for it to dry, so I can't do it the same day. Now I got some decals from the Redline shop. I'm not super crazy happy with them. Notice right there, it's not perfect, and we got some weird edges along there. Not sure what happened. Usually their products are superb, beyond good, but not so much this time. I could remake these, and I might. We'll see how this goes. If I mess up, I can always make my own, especially now that I have this one that I can copy of, and I've made a copy of it. But I've got to cut all these out. I've started experimenting with the Createx paint. I've used it before when I was making fishing lures, and I liked it then, but I'm having a lot of trouble adapting to it for these die-cast cars. I keep on making mistake after mistake. I'm sure that it's 100% my fault, and I'll get there eventually. I'm just not there yet, so I'm going to keep using testers for all of my important projects. Okay, I did these hood decals off camera because those were a little tricky. They turned out okay. I'm not super pleased with the fit of them. Like I said before, the Redline shop where I got these usually does an excellent job, but this time I'm not as pleased. And doing this behind a camera is a whole lot harder than just doing it. Now the interior is fine, except for it's dirty. I'll have to clean that up. But look at that extra bit of plastic right there on the steering wheel. That just, sheesh, that's just very poor quality control there. So we are going to trim that up. Okay, that's just going to get washed. I'm not going to show you that because that's boring. The windshield is in really nice shape. I think I'll just shine it up with some Pledge. This is the product right here, Pledge Revive It. If you're looking for it in stores, this is what the packaging looks like right now. Depending on where you live, it can be really hard to find or really easy to find. I got this from Walmart, so it was easy for me to find. A little tip for you, if you keep it in a mason jar like I do, you might have trouble opening it. I may never get this open. I think that the Pledge has got on the rings and it is glued shut, so we're going to have to use something different today. Be very careful. It's very easy to get streaks in this thing. We get all the excess off of it. Disaster struck. I mean, it looks great. I clear coated it, and I mean, the car looks really good, except for, let's see if I can focus in on it. Right in there, the decal bled. Like I put on the clear coat, and the decal bled into it. And I while it was still wet, I took a brush and I brushed away as much of the bleeding as I could, and it looks, I mean, it looks decent. It looks okay. See if I can get it without a glare. But there's definitely a discolored area in the white. And I'm not sure what happened. I need your help here for a couple things. Number one, what do you think happened? These were decals that I got from the Redline shop. It's a reputable place. Now, it does have this spot up here, and there is some bleeding too, so these weren't great decals. I'm a little disappointed with the Redline shop here, but I'm still going to shop there. Just because you have one bad experience doesn't mean the whole thing is bad. I used, let's see, this clear coat, pretty standard. It's the wet look clear. Don't know why that would have caused an issue. I also used the decal set from Testers, and this is slightly acidic, so I guess it could have eaten away from the lacquer that was put over these decals. You know, maybe when they sprayed them, they didn't spray that one area quite right, but it didn't bleed when I had them in water. It was just when I put the clear coat over it. So I really am very unsure what happened here. If you have any ideas, let me know, because I don't want this to happen again. It makes me leery about doing decals at all. If you do a great job, I was really pleased with how this was turning out, and then at the very end, something like that is seemingly out of my control. I don't know what I did wrong. So here's the other question. Should I strip this and start all over again? I can make my own decals. I scanned in this pattern, so it'd be easy for me to make. Or should I just leave it as it is? If you look at it from this side, which is where it's going to be displaying on my shelf, you can't see. And it is pretty minor. If you're just glancing at it, you wouldn't notice. It's when you go to study the car that you do notice the problems. And there's really two issues with the decals, right there and right there. So what do you think? I really want to hear your opinion. But for now, I am going to put it together. And the windshield turned out really well. Pledge did a great job on that one. It often lets me down, but this time it did not. I mean, everything was going perfectly with this car until I hit this one snag. Very disappointing. I mean, it's just a gorgeous car otherwise. And I'll put a screw in here. This way, if I decide to repaint it, all I have to do is the body work. Just unscrew it. That'll be easy to do. I mean, really, that is a gorgeous car other than that blemish. Got the original wheels on it. It's just nice. Well, aside from that disappointment, I am pleased with how this worked out. I'm getting better and better at this stuff. Leave a comment about the decals if you know anything, please. If you remember, this is the before, and now the after. And I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. A little bit simpler than what I'd normally do, but sometimes you need simple stuff. I hope to see you in my next video, whatever that is. I haven't decided yet. And but if not, whatever the case, I hope you have a great day. See you later.